Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today's video is sponsored by Whatnot. Whatnot is the #1 live stream shopping app where you can buy, sell, and connect. I love that you can find almost anything on Whatnot. Everything is organized by categories, including women's fashion, trading cards, antique and vintage, men's fashion. Anything that you can think of, you can find on Whatnot. For example, I've been looking for a replacement to my vintage cast iron pan, which I lost on a camping trip. I can just search under the vintage category for a Wagner cast iron skillet and find exactly what I'm looking for. And if you click the link down below or scan the QR code above, you'll receive a $15 credit for your first purchase anywhere on the app. That means your $50 vintage cast iron pan would be $35. Plus, if you follow me on Whatnot, you'll be automatically entered for a $500 credit, and a winner will be picked in 1 month. Big thanks to Whatnot for sponsoring this video and for allowing me to make better videos for all of you. Today, we're going to be tasting some celebrity combinations that might be a little bit cursed, but I am so curious about them, I have to try them. This is not the first time I've tried celebrity combinations or made celebrity recipes. If you are curious about them, I'll put links to them down below. And the one I remember most recently is George Michael's recipe for lasagna, which contains half a jar of mayo. So let's begin with our first recipe, and this one comes from actor Jeff Daniels, and this I learned about from a recent episode of Stephen Colbert. He loves to ask questions of his guests, including what is their favorite sandwich. And in my last Cursed Celebrity Combo video, I tasted Will Ferrell's favorite sandwich, which was salami and grapefruit. Again, I'll put the link down below in case you're curious about what I thought about it. Jeff Daniels is an American actor, and I first learned about him many, many years ago from the movie Dumb and Dumber. So let's make his favorite sandwich. I've got pita bread, round bread that has a pocket, so when you split it, you can open it and stuff it with all kinds of lovely things. I remember back in my college days, I would use these to make pizzas, like little mini bobalis. I still do that today. If you like a crisp style pizza, they are perfect. But they're also good for making sandwiches. The first thing we're going to do is spread a thick layer of creamy peanut butter onto our pita bread. I feel like this is something that you could make at any time. There's no cooking involved. Need a little snack, need a little protein. You got your peanut butter. He said to make the peanut butter layer very thick. He said about 1/4 of an inch. My oldest often takes a peanut butter and something sandwich to school. Might be peanut butter and honey, peanut butter and banana, peanut butter and sliced apple. But he loves, like I do, to spread the peanut butter or honey or whatever you're using right to the edge of the bread, right? Because every bite's got to have some. Next, we have Ruffles cheddar and sour cream potato chips. I could only find this monster-sized bag. Ruffles have ridges and this orange powder that is both cheddary and sour cream and oniony. I haven't had one of these in a while. Let's give them a taste. That cheddar flavor almost tastes more like imitation butter to me. Definitely has MSG in there. And that lovely powdered onion flavor. The crunch is a little bit different than a regular potato chip because of those ridges. Some of those chips, and place them right on our pita bread. I'm going to add a generous amount as if this is our lunch meat or something. Vegan sandwich right here. Now we're going to add some barbecue sauce, and in the interview, Jeff specifically says Sweet Baby James, but I think he meant Sweet Baby Ray's. So I happen to have this in my refrigerator because I like the sauce. And as its moniker says, it is sweet. Not too much. We still want to taste the flavor of the chips, and that's our sandwich. I feel like this could both be an invention of a latchkey kid or a stoner. Both could be true, you know. Alrighty, lovelies, it's time. It's time to taste the Jeff Daniels sandwich. Look at that. It looks beautiful. I am a fan of crisp or chips in burgers and in sandwiches. I love the texture, a little addition of salt. Itadakimasu. Wow, that is interesting. Now, peanut butter, in my experience, is a wonderful chameleon. It goes great salty, it goes great sweet, it enriches, it adds flavor. It's marvelous. And in this case, it works too. It goes really well with these salty potato chips. I haven't had any barbecue sauce yet, but I imagine it's gonna go well with that. One of my favorite applications of peanut butter is on a burger. It's fantastic. It goes so well with protein. And what I think is most delightful about this sandwich is the texture. Did you hear that crunch? Here, take another listen. Okay. That bite, I got the barbecue sauce. And yes, you need the barbecue sauce. It ties everything together, both flavor-wise and texture-wise. It adds a little bit of glue and moisture, because you know how peanut butter does that thing where it makes your mouth kind of dry, but adding the barbecue sauce in there sauces things up, but also adds a ton of flavor. That smoky, sweet, tangy element goes so perfectly with the peanut butter and the crunchy, savory chips. Oh, great. Nothing in this sandwich is individually offensive at all, but put together, it seems a bit haphazard and random, but I think it's great. One thing though, I think I might remove one layer of pita bread. It's a bit stodgy for me, so I think I might do that. Let's try it that way. Is this cursed? Peeling off a layer of the outer layer of the pita bread? Let's try it that way. Oh yeah, that's it for me right there. When you remove the outer layer of the pita bread, I really taste the flavor of the chips. I would make that again and eat that with much glee. Next, we're going to be making Margot Robbie's nachos, or as she calls them, nachos, because she's Australian. She's, of course, the face of Barbie, and she makes these very simple nachos. She calls them Bogan Nachos. Bogan is Aussie slang for unsophisticated, unfancy, unpretentious, and that's exactly what these sound like. There are only 3 ingredients: Dorito chips, Heinz baked beans, and cheese. That's it. Typically, I would make nachos with plain tortilla chips, and Doritos are not plain tortilla chips. These are very well seasoned. Gotta have one of these. Itadakimasu. Not exactly cheesy per se, just intensely savory, garlicky and oniony. The cheese is kind of sort of present, but it's not really about the cheese at all. It's just this kind of flavor powder that's on there. The base is a corn tortilla, but it's mostly about that orange powder. And it also makes me think about Japan. When I was looking for plain tortilla chips, when I would want something like a nacho, it was really difficult to find, almost impossible in fact. Doritos you could find, but Doritos are covered in flavor powder. They're not naked. It wasn't until I lived abroad that I realized it might be tricky to find plain tortilla chips. Alrighty, enough of that. Next, we're gonna take a can of Heinz beans in tomato sauce. Baked beans, these are very popular in the UK and apparently in Australia too. We can get them here in the US, but I wouldn't call them popular. I would say a lot of Americans probably have not had Heinz baked beans. In the UK, they're very popular on toast. There are white beans in this sauce. Let's give it a taste. It's kind of similar to baked beans, but not as sweet. The sauce is a little bit like, kind of like SpaghettiOs a little bit, but not as intensely tomatoed. So now we're gonna take our beans and treat them as if they're refried beans, kind of. And then we're gonna do this. Right over the lot, right? Okay, that's it. Boom. Look at that. Wow. Oh my goodness, lovelies. This looks great. Look at that. Margot Robbie's nachos. Itadakimasu. Ooh. I like the chips that have more cheese than beans on them. The beans are very sweet, so it's an odd combination for me. I like the saltiness of the chips and that nacho-y cheese flavor. I think goes well with the beans. When there are a lot of beans on the chip, like that, it's too sweet. I don't remember the last time I had a warmed up Dorito. And I have to say the flavor changes a bit. They're not as salty. I wonder why that is. I mean, there's certainly the same amount of salt and seasoning on the chip, but they don't taste as salty. Whoa. And the texture changes too. The crunch is a little bit lighter, more tender. This one too is a winner. I would just put fewer beans or distribute the beans over a larger surface area. For my last cursed celebrity combo, we're going to be making Julia Roberts' favorite sandwich. And it is a variation on the classic peanut butter and jelly. We've got 2 slices of bread, smearing that peanut butter right to the edge. When I was pregnant with my first child, I craved peanut butter so much. Peanut butter. I like strawberry jelly when it comes to peanut butter and jelly. How about you? I think some people say grape is the classic combo, but for me it's strawberry. I can tell you I've had fewer than 20 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in my entire life. Julia does not specify what kind of jelly. Now we are going to add sour cream and onion chips. Again, we are doing salty and sweet, crunchy sandwich. I'm here for it. Sour cream and onion potato chips on the peanut butter side. Because again, peanut butter, savory, good buddies. I don't want that chip. Let's eat one for quality control. Ruffles sour cream and onion is a little bit different. It tastes buttery. I was shopping with my son and I had him grab the potato chips. I think I would have gotten a plain chip rather than a ruffle chip for this, but sour cream and onion, still get the same idea. Peanut butter and jelly and sour cream and onion potato chip sandwich. Here we go. Itadakimasu. The crunch of this one and the Jeff Daniels sandwich, fantastic. Chips in a sandwich. Love the crunch. I am on the fence of whether I like the jelly with the sour cream and onion. I'm not sure about this one. Not only is it sweet, but it's strawberry flavored. And for me, it doesn't really work that well. But I'm not the hugest fan of peanut butter and jelly in general. So maybe that makes me not quite the person to ask whether or not this is good. But I don't love this one. I don't despise it either. Love the texture. The taste is a little bit wonky. And I think specifically it's the combination of onion and strawberry together. Alrighty, my lovelies, there you have it. My thoughts on some celebrity cursed combos. Let me know down below if you've tried any of these or if you have a special combination of your own. Thanks so much for watching, and big thanks to Whatnot for sponsoring this video. Make sure you click the link down below or scan the QR code above. You'll receive a $15 credit for your first purchase anywhere on the app. And if you follow me on Whatnot, you'll be automatically entered to win a $500 credit. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! That was like a silent ruffle burp.